ladies and gentlemen, we are casting OTA versus Kindergarten. This is a scrim preparing for the tournament tomorrow. Or today, actually, because I'm uploading this tomorrow because I won't have any opportunity to record anything tomorrow or the day after. So we got the tournament. The first part of the tournament was today. Will probably still be going on by the time I upload this. And then the second part of the tournament with all of the finals, which is a high likelihood that both of these teams make it. Unless they play against each other. In that case, there's a very low likelihood that both of them make it.
They won't meet each other, but OTA has to be Alpha Boys to get into it.
Okay, well then at least Kindergarten has a good chance. We'll see how OTA is looking tomorrow, right? But tomorrow is going to be finals, so top 4. And yeah, anyway, we wanted to practice casting a little bit because we haven't done that too much recently. So, into the draft we go. Right, quick note, there's one stand-in on the side of OTA, but it's Devil Sunrise, who is a really good player, so it's not too bad. And, yeah, bans. We've got Wraith King, Ancient Apparition, Shadow Shaman, and Io. And we're going into this third ban for Kindergarten. Do you have any insight into, like, the kind of heroes they really respect?
Kindergarten has picked Shadow Shaman every single scrim they've played to date so far. I think they even first picked him once, so they value him a crazy amount. And then other than that, they haven't had a lot of patterns they've been sticking to, really. They just pick good hero lineups. I did see them run an Ursa strat once, and they got a 12-minute GG out of another good team.
Yeah, Ursa is just terrifying. The ability to clear out all of the bosses right away. That's just scary.
He's the type of hero that if you manage to get ahead early, then you just win. Because you take that lead, and the rest of your 4 teams just fights the enemy team and distracts them, while the Ursa takes every single tier 1 on the map, and you can do that in like 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, first pick Zeus, so that's something interesting. By the way, I do want to quickly voice my surprise at Ancient Apparition still getting first banned. We nerfed Ancient Apparition so hard. I cannot stop people from picking him.
The Cold Feet's just still so good, and preventing healing, that's always strong in OAA because there's so much healing.
Like, I do want to make clear that I nerfed Ancient Apparition so much. Like, I didn't have the intention of making him balanced. My intention was to just disable him for the tournament because he's gonna be so bad. I guess I didn't really succeed with that one, did I?
Yeah, I remember the conversation we had was, AA has been popular in every tournament. Let's give the other supports a chance. Let's give AA a little break. So we, got rid of her Shatter, nerfed a bunch of her numbers. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Well, we've got a quick pause here.
Oh, because they're captain DC'd, so no one can pick on their team right now.
Okay,
so wait for Pada to reconnect.
Okay, but it works if they reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just a little worried about that.
I think there might be, or no, it's actually only for spectators. Okay, yeah, spectators. There's a spectator bug that I have fixed where if one of us were to disconnect and reconnect right now, you wouldn't see any of the previous picks or bans.
Yeah, well, I can see all the picks now, so that's good. We've got the Rubik coming out.
Rubik, nice.
Rubik is strong against Zeus. You have that null field, you have 50% magic resistance. It's amazing. Goes a long way.
Rubik's strong.
And then we've got the Vengeful Spirit being picked up. Now, that's a bit of a surprise. I've actually seen her played a lot in my testing version. She's been super scary. Admittedly, it's not exactly the same environment, right? But
yeah,
she's just been terrifying. So I wouldn't be too surprised if she's really powerful here as well. Haven't seen her much.
Yeah.
Though.
Venge is pretty popular. She's one of those supports that does that classic thing, sort of the IO move, where you start the game as a support, you're a hard support, you barely farm at all, you just do supporting things, and then late game you do tons of damage, and you just melt everyone with right clicks.
Well, we've got Lion coming out, so both teams prioritizing Disable. And we're going to the second banning phase. So an obvious hero to consider for banning, of course, is the Ursa. And I feel like, especially against Kindergarten, right, you got to make sure that they don't get those heroes that can just really destroy bosses on their own really, really early. Because that's the kind of stuff they like to do. Get those quick bosses and then just roam with the money boots.
Yeah, and last time that these two teams fought, Kindergarten went for a 4.5 minute Roshan. It was so early. And then they went 4-man TP boots, 1-man cleave, and just roamed as 5, took all the ancients and hard camps on the edges of the map, and then just 5-man fought them for the rest of the game using the gold advantage. OTA was actually ahead in the early game. OTA actually outfought and controlled center, and they had more levels and more XP than Kindergarten did until they pulled off the boss strat and pulled ahead with that.
Well, Sniper being banned out. So we'll see what the response is here. Sniper, of course, being a really powerful physical damage hero. You know, he can sit far in the back. He's not the greatest boss killer necessarily, but he is...
No, he's actually an amazing boss killer.
Well, not for super early on.
Once you get enough range, he doesn't aggro. I think once you get tier 2 cores, he no longer aggroes bosses.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I should have been more precise there. Not in the early game is what I meant. Nathan, of course, just because he does a lot of physical damage as well. You know, anybody that hits really hard is going to be good at killing bosses.
Yeah, any outranges their aggro range.
So, Sniper I also think is interesting with the Zeus. Like, you know, those are two heroes that have both a very long range. So it's interesting to see the ban making... I don't know. It's an interesting worry. We've got the Phantom Assassin being banned out as well, and then the Huskar. Huskar, generally, I have mostly seen him picked up along with the Oracle. Now, of course,
that combo is really popular.
Yeah. Now he's got the pure damage on the Burning Spears as well, so that makes him even more powerful in that regard. Nyx Assassin
Nyx has been really popular last couple of days. We've been seeing a lot of Nyx picks.
He's great at getting capture points.
He is, yeah. Kindergarten themselves have picked him quite a few times. I guess they didn't want to deal with him this game. Kindergarten has also picked the PA a couple times. Just a really good farmer. Really good bosser as well with the evasion. Just doesn't get hit by any of the right-click bosses.
Okay, TA. I like TA. I think TA is a great hero. She levels up super quickly. She starts out with a fantastic farming ability. Right? She's one of those heroes that... Like, there's a lot of heroes that have good farming abilities that just take a few levels to come online, right? Just a little bit. TA, level 1, great farming, doesn't need to worry about anything.
Absolutely.
She also does massive damage. She can help you with those early bosses. Great choice. I especially like her with Vengeful Spirit. That's a lot of minus armor, so that's a good combination.
Oh, yeah.
The one problem I can kind of see here is that, you know, her invisibility won't be too useful against Zeus. But at the same time, I'm not sure she's worried about that. I don't think they picked her for the invisibility here.
Yeah. Also, a lot of times, one of their supports will get a Necro Book, or anytime they're up against any kind of invisibility. Kindergarten's really good at dealing with invisibility. I feel like when you're picking heroes, you're never considering invisibility an advantage over them.
No, probably not. Well, it's just still fact.
I wonder if they'll know about the TA mechanics interaction with phase boots. What happens is each one of the splinters from her normal right clicks also splinters with phase boots. So she gets double splinters on each attack.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, right? The splinters are just regular attacks. So Pangolier coming out. I like Pango.
I like Pango.
Pango is cool. Like, he's a great brawler. He fights relatively well early on. He's just useful at all stages of the game.
Yeah, he's great. I bet we'll see, you know, like no build-up items, no stout shield, no nothing. Just straight rush first item javelin. So that way he can get the javelin going, and then he'll build a little bit more and turn it into something else after.
Yeah, and
so we've been seeing the Kindergarten.
And once you get treads going on a Pangolier, he can just one-shot cabs, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So
one of the best ancient stealers in the game because of that as well.
All around strong hero.
Yeah.
And we'll see what... You know, a strategy that I kind of think is something that... It hasn't really been used, but I think it's kind of funny. I like Shadow Demon, and I know he's banned out here, but I like Shadow Demon because he can actually just kill the Ancients really early on. So I know Ancient stealing is generally something that is like considered to be a pretty impactful strategy. It's something you want to go for if you're given the opportunity. But the cool thing about Shadow Demon is he can just like constantly kill your own Ancients. So there's no danger there, right? And he gets this like unique source of farm, right? Weaver coming out, so even more minus armor.
Nice. Yeah. Also, Weaver's an incredible Roshan killer. Because you get the bugs to like maybe level 3 or something like that, and the bugs can just tank for your team.
Yep, pretty much.
Because the Roshan will aggro the bug before any of you guys, and by the time he kills it, he'll get a couple attacks off on you guys, and then it's off cooldown again. We've actually been seeing Kindergarten picking the Weaver quite a bit. I was gonna mention maybe they'd consider banning him during the second phase during the Sniper and PA, because they have been kind of spamming Weaver.
The thing about Viva, though, more invisibility, still against the Zeus. Alright, I know that you don't really pick the heroes for invisibility, but invisibility is still a part of them, and losing that does matter. So, we'll see how that plays out. It's gonna be just a little bit tricky for Weaver to do his usual, just like dashing around the battlefield thing, if he's lacking invisibility. Jakiro. I love seeing Jakiro. The best balanced hero.
Jakiro's so good. He's just a giant walking tank. It's just this massive, unkillable thing. It's so great.
Doesn't take damage. Literally unkillable.
Yeah, I'm surprised more people don't go double stout shield Jakiro, because then what little damage you'd take would just literally be no damage.
Well, stout shield is less effective on ranged heroes. So.
Yeah, that's true. I always forget about the ranged thing with stout shield.
Yeah, so it's not quite as powerful, but.
Morphling Blend makes sense. That's another one of DXS's classic carries. They don't have a classic DXS hero right now.
I feel like he would play Zeus here, no?
Out of this selection, I think definitely either the Zeus or the Pangolier. I'm not sure which. He usually plays a hero that sits in the back and farms. He's usually the highest level in the game, and he usually takes. So like he's been spamming a lot of Weaver. He's been spamming a lot of Morphling. I mean, he even picked Weaver in your standalone testing weird version. Remember?
Yeah, he was spamming Juggernaut there as well. Well.
Yeah.
Well, we've got
ban out the Enigma. Nice. I'm so happy someone acknowledged that Enigma's amazing.
Enigma's scary. We've got some other heroes still left in pool that are powerful though. You know, there's Faceless Void, there's a Gyrocopter, Ricky, Medusa could potentially be picked. I know they've all fallen a little bit in popularity, but it's gonna be the Troll Warlord.
Nice.
Another very
Troll. I like
hero.
that. I bet that's gonna be DXS's hero.
Yeah.
It could be Skabo's as well, but I think it's going to be DXS.
Troll, of course, gets a little bit less use out of his ultimate this game. You know, there isn't really much right-click synergy on the Radiant, with three of the heroes basically never right-clicking past the early game. I would even argue Pangolier doesn't do that much of it. You know, he mostly just uses the Q and runs around with ultimate. Well, Ursa's still in the pool.
All right, what do they need here? I don't think they'd want. I don't know. Ursa might be good. The thing about Ursa is they'd have very little team fight.
I think they want to
so
get closer.
They'd struggle with things like duels and like closing out final duels if they were to get to that point. If they were to pick something like an Ursa.
Yeah, Ursa is also not the greatest against Troll Warlord. He has a hard time actually getting hits in. Well,
I think Kunkka would be cool.
Kunkka's definitely a good idea.
He's got just a ton of disables. His ultimate with Aghanims clumps them up for the TA to get her splash attacks on.
I feel like maybe Abaddon might be a good way to go. Or Shadow Fiend.
Ooh, whoa, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Well, that's gonna be interesting to see.
So it's like a triple core.
It could be a support Viva.
I think it's a support TA.
I love that.
I think she's going to be an early game brawling TA. I think that's what's going to happen. I think she's going to be upfront fighting, and she's going to be one clearing the camps with the upfront fighters, so that way they can try to get as much enemy farm. And she does a lot of right-click damage. It's not unreasonable.
Yeah, I can see that. I do like having the Viva running around as well. Like, honestly, just having Shikuchi. Shikuchi is just super strong. Like, it's just very powerful in the early game.
All right.
Well,
I love this part of the game, the speed run, where these supports rush to get bounty runes. Kindergarten has been experimenting with instant boots, instant smoke, along with a wind lace, and you haul ass for your bounty rune, and you can actually get to the enemy bounty rune in time in case they're too slow and don't get theirs, and then you get 4 bounty runes before the duel. Up to, at least.
But what exactly is the point?
Bounty runes. They're just bounty runes, man.
But they're like worth nothing.
I know. But it's that slight optimization. You know, it's like it's one more stout shield on your melee farmer.
I guess. I don't know.
It's everyone leaving the base with one more salve.
What's with all the scribbling?
All right.
What just happened?
It can matter more than winning the duel. So last time these guys fought, I believe OTA pretty convincingly won the first duel. I think they only dropped like 1 hero. Like they did really well in the first duel. But Kindergarten got 3 of the 4 bounty runes and ended up ahead in gold.
All right. Perzo comes dashing in immediately. Jumps forward with the swashbuckle. Buys no items.
No, I told you he's gonna go no items, straight javelin.
Two
He might even be
javelins.
able to. Yeah, look. I mean, he's already at 977 with all the bounty runes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, let's
He only
make that
needs
happen.
100 gold.
All right, we got the first duel coming up. Nail, of course, got the Shadow Razors. That's a lot of damage if he hits a few of them. Weaver with the bug. So no Shukuchi ready at this time. TA not skilled anything yet. Nice lightning bolts coming out from both sides right there.
Great bugs.
Yeah, it's going to keep him busy for a little while, but doesn't get too much done. Nail's now taking a lot of damage. Forced out. The last race doesn't quite connect. Milkshake dropping low.
Zeus
And-
is such a good dueler. It's just not fair.
Yeah, Zeus is really scary. But they're going to get at least one kill here. Dire
Nice.
side, it's 1-for-1 so far. Scarbo is out of mana, so that's strong. They gotta kill this Jakiro. No, he misses the race. There comes another. Nail uses a mango for this duel.
But Perfo comes in with the
they're
Pangolier.
just Giving up at this point. That's alright. That's not a terrible duel. So, you know, they got 2 kills. Like, I feel like you can be happy with that. Shadow Fiend just starting out with a shit ton of mangoes in his inventory. Oh, he finds what he's looking for.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, he finds an experienced camp. He finds a bunch of birds. That's really what you want, right? You don't just
Look up
want
on
the
the top
camp.
right.
In the middle.
No, but look up on the top right. We got 2 members of kindergarten sitting just out of view with ward vision of Pata taking a corner camp.
They just
I wonder if
want
he's
to...
gonna run in when it dies and just take the XP.
Yeah, that's the question here. Pada does not know this is happening. Oh my god. They tested this. They checked for... This is beautiful. I love this. I'm so happy that they know that this works. Look at this.
What?
This is so cool. I love it. They're coming in now. Oh no, Pada. Run, my boy. And they got it. No, who got it? I'm unsure.
3k gold advantage on kindergarten. I feel like that could have been.
Yeah,
Kindergarten. How
it's
much gold does
probably...
Pata have.
Yeah,
Pata-
Jakiro
Pata
just
has
got mana
nothing.
boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jakiro
They
got
stole
it.
that corner creep. That's actually huge.
That is so
Corner
cool.
creep farming heroes really rely on that first corner creep. It usually dings you immediately to level 3 and affords you like boots and one other, 400 to
Admittedly,
500.
they did use 2 heroes for that for a pretty significant amount of time. And now the Templar Assassin is level 4.
They did. But both those heroes that did that are level 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad. But they did lose a bunch of the experience camps around the map.
They did lose a lot of the experience camps and a lot of the map control because you can see that the Dire team convincingly has control over high ground, which is really important.
So in the early game, the most important thing is really levels, right? It's about experience. You want to get to your key levels as quickly as possible. Usually level 7 for most heroes, or level 6 for some. Oh, nice. They get themselves the line like that. They're being forced out now. Gonna all retreat back to that shrine.
Yeah, they also got counter warded, so they don't have any of their high ground wards anymore.
Well, that's not too great. They did put down 2 poop wards in that duel, so kind of lacking those as well. Find himself a nice camp right there, but yet again, you can see the Pangolier is just sitting there, leeching experience. Scarbo is there as well.
Yeah, I love how much the early game playstyle revolves around just waiting for you to get close to finishing off a camp, come in and steal as much as they can. Either way, they get all the XP and they get some of the gold too.
Yeah, and well, the Radiant side is looking comfortably ahead. Although now I think that might change a bit. Because the Dire has not farmed their base yet at all. They have just completely neglected it. I think very much intentionally, by the way. The
4-minute boss.
Hmm?
4-minute boss. Kindergarten's already getting theirs.
Oh, yeah, they are. Look at that. Alright, Dabroshan is taking quite a bit of damage here. They are in fountain range, though, so they're just able to heal up. It is
Still salving,
slow,
'cause hard.
but they'll get there. Meantime, Shadow Fiend goes down. Yeah, one of the weaknesses of Shadow Fiend in this game is just you die a lot. That's just a thing every hero does.
Yeah. Especially against aggressive teams like this, because he's just so squishy early on.
Yeah.
You know, like he's level 5. He's not small or anything. He's got a couple items. He still only has 650 HP.
But it still leaves him with very few souls. And he does need those for some damage output. Especially once he
Yeah,
gets the ultimate going. Well, they find themselves the Zeus here. That should be a pick-off. Yep, beautiful. Get
Easy.
that kill really quick. But now the Radiant has boots. And they've got TP boots on the line. They got Treads on the Troll Warlord,
They
TP
are
Boots
going
on the
for-
Jakiro.
Oh no, they get TP boots and arcane boots because he just wanted arcane boots to have arcane boots, but then upgraded TP boots for the farming capabilities because that's what they do. That's funny.
Well, I wouldn't be... No, actually, yeah, it seems he just wanted to have Arcane Boots for having Arcane Boots. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you could afford them very early because you got the last hit on that corner creep stolen away from Pada.
Yeah. And now they are just going to be sitting next to the Troll Warlord and protecting him. This does very much force them to, like, stick next to this single hero.
Yep, it's not XP efficient at all, but because they're also farming so much so quickly, it ends up kind of breaking even XP-wise and then making so much more gold. Because they're effectively multiplying all the gold on the map.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're going to go ahead and try to steal that ancient camp, but Milchek going to go ahead and farm that up himself. Zeus activates an ultimate to the side. He's now dropping very low. It's not looking too good for Nail. They lose the Vengeful Spirit as well. But it's a 1-for-1 so far, so it's not too tragic.
And the Venge died to creeps.
Yeah, although they are now, the Radiant side, Dire side is now really falling behind on money. 13,000 net worth lead. Shadow Fiend goes down again. And we've got a duel.
Yeah, this is that thing that Kindergarten does. They get the quick early boss, they go mass TP boots, and then they just farm the map as a group. And since they farmed their side of the map before coming over, they have like 2 more items than you on average on every hero.
Well, actually, one of the problems I see on the Dire side is that, like, for example, the Vengeful Spirit doesn't even have any farming boots yet.
Oof, yeah, that's
She
rough.
has so little money, she can't even afford them. Rubik, yeah, he does have a little bit more. Got himself a Blink Dagger now. Oh, Perzo, look at that, just dives all the way into the fountain here, but gonna be forced out, of course.
Ooh, did catch out Perso? Yeah, he's gonna pay for that. Overstepped pretty hard there. It's funny how the supports and Perso is not really a support, but kind of is are just like pestering the Dire team.
Yeah, they're just keeping them busy, right? And by keeping them
they're
busy,
not even really. Yeah, they're not going for coordinated kills or anything. They know that they don't have enough damage to get these kills, but they're just gonna like put a spell out, put a little damage out, put a slow on them, and run away and be like, ah, chase me.
So something I don't really like that the Dire side is doing, they put the Greater Boots of Travel on Shadow Fiend. You know how the Radiant is putting out, is playing in such a way that it's really like they are generating more gold? This kind of is the opposite to that.
It's taking gold off the map.
Yeah, because like Nail is more often than not on his own, and when he is near creep camp, he's the one that kills it. So I don't really quite understand why he has these Greater Boots of Travel. Like, he's just getting less money from creeps now, and that's not necessarily what you want to do. Like, I would understand if you went for Mana Boots, for example. Like, there you just get constant money, but not Troll Warrior, but Shadow Fiend is one of those heroes, you know. He doesn't mind just running around on his own. Like, he's happy to do that. Well, we've got...
So many wards everywhere. I love that these heroes are actually using their poop wards. When you highlight a ward, you can tell if it's a poop ward or not, because it doesn't have a modifier that says Observer ward when it's a poop ward.
Aha, yes, I found one. There's a lot of regular wards around the map.
Yeah, it's a lot of regular wards.
Yeah, but you can see Perso is really, he's just messing with OTA. That's all he's doing. He's not worried about anything else. He doesn't mind if he dies. He's just...
Oh my god,
time.
then the support comes in and Glimmer capes him, and he's actually gonna live. Holy crap. It's plays like that that it's just like, oh man, these guys are good.
And Troll Warlord, well, he's got himself the MKB, Daedalus, the Satanic, and he's gonna start working on this boss. Got the Jakiro just coming in.
And highest net worth in the game.
Yeah, pretty much what you would expect at this point. And this is the point where it gets really, really scary for OTA. Up to this point, yes, they're behind. And yes, honestly, they're behind by a lot. But 30k in OAA is not the same as 30k in Dota. Not even anywhere near, right? Oh shit. You know what we gotta do for standalone is give bosses a kill counter.
Yeah, so you can tell how many kills they've gotten.
And just kind of keep track of it because this guy just got 2 of them.
We could actually add that pretty easily. We could just add it as a modifier.
You know, like how in StarCraft and such, you can click on a unit, then it shows you like how many kills they got, and then like they get ranks based on how many kills they have.
Yeah.
That's what we need for bosses.
Yeah, we could give them a little modifier to show kills, because that would be really funny.
Anyway, this is where it gets really scary. All right, like up to this point, it's fine.
I love what OTA is doing here, though.
That's exactly what they need to do, right?
Yeah, but they're going for the hostile most boss from them, because they know that they dewarded that area ahead of time, so they knew that, or at least they hope that the enemy doesn't have vision there.
And
I
they
hope that they
don't.
smoked on their way there as well. And sure enough, there's no vision there, so they'd have to get it off a hunch.
There is a
it looks
ward.
like they did clear the middle boss first, though. I actually like clearing the one closest to the base first, because then you're least likely to be interrupted, because that's the one you're going to catch them by surprise, because it's the first outer boss you've taken.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. Especially, I mean, it's a great call, because there's actually a ward in the boss pit that is the nearest to their base, right?
Yeah.
So they're totally right.
Ooh.
Like their predictions
But now they're
actually worked
scattered
out.
out.
But Zeus. Question
They
now
might
is,
be able
can
to
they
cap
just
this in
finish it
time.
in time?
If they 5-man on the point, 5-man
Get on the
all
point, get on the
five.
point, get on the point, stay on the point. Oh, nail. They're
He's
gonna get it.
distracting 'em, though.
They got it. They got it. They're gonna die, but they got the core, and that's what matters.
Yeah. This is so getting that core, totally worth a 5-man wipe.
It wasn't even all of them.
They need that. They need that. Yeah, they didn't even all die, but like if they had all died right there, it still would have been worth it, because they need that core. It is
Yes, they also
necessary
have
for
to
them.
get this one. If they get this one as well, OTA is actually fine. Or this one, the one in the top left. Either the one in the top left or the one in the bottom right. They need either one of those, and if they get those, they're actually fine.
Yeah, right now the bosses are even right now.
Right?
They've
And
both gotten 1 inner and 2 outer.
they are not in a position where they have come back yet, or that they are, favored in any way. But they aren't out of the game yet.
They're
so
still in it. They're still
it's
in it.
really important that they get this. And you can see their positioning. They know this. They also know that the one in the bottom right is actually riskier than the one up here. At least they think so. But not
I think they're going
exactly
for
the right call this
surprise
time.
play, but it's not going to work out.
Yeah, they're going to abandon the Rubik here. Smart call. Pada, just leave him be. Yep, Pada's dead too.
Didn't even bother TPing in.
Oh, actually, the neutral creep got both of them. The neutral creep got
What?
the lion and the...
That's pretty funny. I think you might have hit the line, cleave down the Weaver. So right now, I think the Dire team needs to rush bottom right.
Yes, they need to go there right now, and they're pinging it out too. It's gonna be another duel here.
Because if they get that boss, they win even on tier 1s. That's awesome. Going even in tier 1s against Kindergarten is a feat.
No, but like that's the big problem we have right now, right? Like a lot of people are actually kind of complaining about this. That it is, like you get locked out of the first course and then you just kind of lose, right? So you gotta make sure that you get those first cores. And honestly, the tier 2 cores, that you tend to be finding, because the tier 2 bosses are quite a bit more powerful than the tier 1s. Takes a little while until you can actually kill them. So yeah, just gotta make sure that you are able to do that once the time comes. This is, by the way, another reason why I think the TP boots are a little bit overrated. In this game right here, Nail actually dropped the TP boots. Thank God. Like, he just bought himself regular boots of speed. Made sure he doesn't get the full scald anymore. And now he's able to actually farm a bit.
Yep.
But,
the TP boots are... I think Nail's playstyle isn't really that compatible with TP boots. He's very much a, roam around the map, more lone. I feel like his style's more similar to Perso, who similarly you see not getting TP boots.
It's not even the thing that really bothers me. So, like, the TP boots are great if you can stick to your carry and the carry has access to farm. Yeah. But if that isn't the case, then the TP boots are actually not that fantastic. They don't give you any money otherwise. You actually gotta be there to get those creeps. So, we got a bit of a fight. Pada activates BKB, gets instantly bashed up. So that's a bit unfortunate. BKB is gonna be running out. Doesn't seem like they'll be able to prevent this from happening.
Ooh, and OTA still hasn't taken that tier 1, and Kindergarten's probably going to rotate in.
Yep,
take
now they know.
Take this one now.
Rubik manages to throw out a macropie though, so that's not too bad. Shadow Fiend activates the BKB. Still looking alive, so that's good.
Yeah, but he uses it just to run away.
Oh no.
Can't do anything to anyone.
This is bad timing for OTA.
Kindergarten actually backs off. How long till capture points? Still a minute. Okay.
Yeah. but they are still coming online right now. Hey, Ryosaki, thanks for the sub, dude. The capture points are coming online right now. That bottom boss is still standing, and honestly, Daya just doesn't have any money. Like, you know, the Vengeful Spirit is still sitting on the TP boots, not able to actually get any items here. They have a lot of cores, because they made sure to get those, but they haven't been able to actually upgrade any items with them, because they don't have enough money for that. Even the TA doesn't have enough money to actually upgrade her items.
Yeah, because they're just not safe to roam around the map and get farmed like you normally can.
Yeah. And that's where you buy mana boots.
What a great snipe attempt up on the top left, though. Looks like Pada and the Rubik are going to steal a tier 2, the safe tier 2.
But Zeus. We'll be very surprised if they didn't see this. They just aren't making it a priority to go there. They know it's going to take them a while, and yep.
Yeah, they ping it because they're like, hey, we can get there after and clean up this boss that they didn't finish.
On the upside, the Weaver managed to steal that corner creep, and Weaver's actually looking pretty powerful now. You know, he's got the Daedalus in the stash. He's not quite able to kill Scabo, but gets really close. Forces the Zeus to TP away. So that's good news.
That's the third highest net worth hero in the game, and he can just about solo
boots,
kill
come
him.
on, guys. They got a tier 2 core. Get mana boots on everybody that has TP boots. That's what they need right now. They need Devil Sunrise to have tier 3 mana boots. They need you know, maybe even a Shadow Fiend to get tier 3 mana boots. Don't underestimate how much money that is. Like, and they are great for when you're behind, because you can actually just center your attention on what's important, play the objectives you have to play, and not have to worry too much about getting all of these creeps. Well, they got a lot of money for that right there. And they're gonna go ahead and take down a tier 2. That tier 1 in the bottom right is still standing. You should really try and get that.
I know. I feel like they just think it's bait and they're just avoiding it because they're like, that's the obvious choice. So I think they're trying to be not obvious.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense, but you just
they also need that tier 1 core.
You need it. You need it. You don't have the luxury of skipping out on that.
I mean, if they get it, then they went even on tier 1s.
Oh. Vengeful Spirit gonna go ahead and go into the middle. This middle is still mostly the centerpiece for boarding. Oh, I so look forward to boarding on the new map. Gonna be great. I'm really excited for the new map.
New map's gonna be good. No, wait. Don't kill it yet. Okay, good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Vengeful Spirit goes down right here. Yeah, it's not too much you can do here.
Yeah. When you bump into the squad,
yeah,
you know, they're ahead, you're behind. Especially if you bump into Perso.
Yeah, but it's really one of those things where it's just like, you gotta say whatever. You know, I came to get rid of that board, I got rid of that board. Like, one death is really not that big of a deal. Again, death
yeah, he's the lowest net worth hero in the game. He's not giving up much from the deaths either.
Alright, we've got a BKB ready on the Shadow Fiend. Yes, mana boots on Shadow Fiend. Let's go, boys. That's what we need. That's what we need. Alright, BKB comes out. They're gonna get the Pangolier. Awesome. Jakiro gonna be going down as well. Not necessarily the fairest duel matchup, but maybe gonna take a win for OTA right here, okay? One for our boys.
Yeah, the people's champs.
God, they really need to prioritize. Just like, seriously, sell that Vladimir, sell the point booster, get the mana boots going. Gonna make the money back in no time.
Yeah, when I play boss killing PvE Ursa, you get to a point around like level 35, 36-ish, where you just kind of stop farming because you don't need to farm anymore, because you can even take tier 3 bosses with that level of Fury Swipes. First tier 2 core I get, I buy mana boots.
Yeah, I love the description of the PvE Ursa. I mean, that's what it is, though, right? You don't really interact with the enemy very much.
Yeah, I literally run from the enemy, even when I'm like level 17 and they're like level 4. If they're around, I'm just like, nah, I don't want to deal with you. Bye. Just let me take my corner camps, let me take my bosses.
So that's going to be a tier 2 down right here. Now, honestly, they're keeping up in cores still. They're just not able to use them because they're so poor.
They're just so poor.
No! Devil! He got tier 3 TP boots. Dude!
Oh, no.
Your entire team should have mana boots. No, the Rubik didn't
Oh,
get
Jumper
it.
J did it too. Okay, well, at least Nail got it. Nail will start making one. But you know what? The Rubik and Double Sunrise are hanging out with Milkshake and Pata a lot more, so.
But they are still, they don't have any money. Like, they must see that this hasn't been working.
Yeah, they just have no money. I think they're just trying to make the TP boots strat work, but
Like,
you know,
that's
the
whole...
point in the game where that gives you a power spike is over, and at this point they just need to get money and keep getting cores.
The whole point of making the boots interchangeable so that you can swap it up when you need to. Oh man. Chat, where's a cringe mode? What's a cringe mode? Sure you can't come up with one for this. Alright, we've got the Guardian Greaves on the Shadow Fiend though, so that's good. And you can see he actually does have some money now. He's got himself a BKB, actually picking up a Gem of True Sight. Overall, they're still quite a bit behind, but it's not that bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why does the Pangolier not
really
have
good about
farming
vision?
boots? What
Look
happened
at that
to...
map.
Oh yeah, vision is looking really bad. But like, what happened to the Pangolier's farming boots?
I believe it's sitting in his well.
Yeah, he just put down the farming core in the well. That's weird.
He has no desire for the farming core. There's actually 2 farming cores in the well.
Holy shit. That alchemist just destroyed.
You basically
Look at the
need
kill
AoE
feed
magic
right
damage.
now.
The biggest thing with the alchemist boss. So a lot of people complain about the alchemist boss.
Chris, I'm sorry, I need to interrupt. Look at the kill feed.
It is beautiful. Because there's 2 teams dying to 2 different
They're all
bosses right
getting
now.
slaughtered. Oh my god.
But so the way that you don't cause the alchemist to get rampages on your team, you need AoE magic damage. The eggs aren't like they're not like Venom wards or something like that where you need to right click them. You can do AoE magic damage to take them down, and it's one of the best ways to take them down. So like lightnings destroys the alchemist boss. You can basically just right click him the whole time and ignore the eggs because just the lightning procs are enough to kill the eggs.
Yeah. It's definitely a good strategy right there. But Alchemist is, I think, undeniably one of the harder bosses in the game. Like,
yes, he definitely is.
And
Troll Warlord does decent against him because you can get 2 whirling axes off before the eggs hatch, and you only need to hit each egg once.
Yeah.
Because that plus the 2 axes is enough to kill him.
Come on, guys! The Rubik just walked in, Fate bolted the tomato, and just got one shot. Oh man.
Now they're all here. They got all the attack speed slows. They got the bugs. The tomato stands no chance. I love how our tomatoes are blue.
Well, I think they used to be called blueberries, but then we removed the blueberries, but we left the boss around, and then they were renamed to tomato, which was the other one that was called tomato. It doesn't really make much sense.
No. What happened is the boss was originally red, so he was called Killer Tomato, and then Warp Dragon reskinned the creeps from the medium camps to make them blue because he just like wanted to learn about reskinning, so he wanted to make a blue one, and it replaced the boss's skin as well. And we were calling the creeps blueberries.
Oh,
so
okay.
the boss
Yeah, that
is
was
just still called Killer Tomato, but he's blue, and we all call him Blueberry now.
Actually, you know, it makes sense. If there is a tomato that's blue, I imagine it's probably best to not eat it.
Yeah, it would probably kill you.
Yeah, good chance, good chance. Alright, well, we've got a duel up here. This one is actually looking pretty reasonable. We've got a Hex coming out on the Weaver right away. He manages to dodge one of the stunts, gets fingered. Oh, BKB doesn't have time-lapse ready though, and just gets Pangoliered really quick. In the meantime, Milkshake and Nail manage to take down the Jakiro. Yule's up on the Pango. Oh, they want to get the line first. That's very smart. That's definitely what they should be going for right here. Oh, Shadow Fiend going down.
So much damage. Oh, but
they get him!
Yeah.
Alright, line coming in. E-Blades himself. But yeah, Milkshake should be able to just hold the high ground. The question here is not so much can the line interrupt the high ground, it's can the line ever get or like can the TA ever actually find the lion to kill him. And if she finds him, will she not be permanently disabled?
Someone took out the Radiant's courier.
Ooh, she did find the courier though.
Did she get the gem as well? No. Oh, the courier had the
It was
gem on it.
full of cores though. I'm not sure what else was on it.
The gem. The lion put down the gem that he was carrying.
Oh, really? Because he knew he was gonna die, and then the courier dies anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, he's
That's
going
even
into the
worse.
middle. Smart. Oh, but she finds him. She finds
Oh,
him.
yep. And cancels the charges from building up too much more.
Oh
yet
no!
healing from regen.
Oh, they get her! Dude, you had 1 second on that BKB. Just wait.
Wow.
Oh my god. What a throw. Alright.
It was perfect timing with the other Nimbus Cloud coming off cooldown too.
Yeah, like Milkshake, if you had like either like 1 second sooner or 1 second later and you're fine, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Viva got mana boots now. Jumper Jay's got level 4 Guardian
There
Greaves.
we go.
Oh my god, look at this Vengeful Spirit. She still doesn't have. She's still got a Windlace because she doesn't have enough money.
I mean, look at Jumper J. The Rubik upgraded his TP boots again. He does move
Yeah.
really quick, and that's nice. And I guess if he falls around just Milkshake, he's gonna be fine. But
Like, it's especially bad since, you know, you've got the mana boots now on the Weaver and the mana boots on the Shadow Fiend. Like, you'll get even less money when they kill stuff.
he really just needs to follow the TA now. The Rubik is TA's best friend because TA is
Yeah.
the only one that can farm for him now.
I hope the
It's a good
Vengeful's just
situation.
saving up for mana boots right now. On the other
Interesting.
side.
On the Radiant team, most of Kindergarten has transitioned into Guardian Griefs for the late game.
Yeah, I mean, Guardian Greaves are awesome. You don't have to farm as much. You get the Purge. The Pango doesn't even have boots. He doesn't give a shit. Got a butterfly instead.
he never got any boots.
Yeah,
He never cared.
he had brown boots for a little while, and then he was like, yeah, no, what, that isn't really my thing.
I love that he didn't even bother upgrading them to like normal phase boots or something like that. He's just like, nope, not worth it. I'm gonna keep that 1,000.
I mean,
gold.
admittedly, he does have a lot of cores left over. You know, he just wants to make sure he's being efficient there.
Yeah, with just more gold, he can build himself. Oh no, he already has the. He's got an Abyssal Blade and a Basher.
Vengeful is gonna start having to drop her cores in the base now. She's got so many. Alright, capture point. Gonna be over. Both teams, I think, got theirs.
A golden thread.
Yeah, both teams got their capture points, so that's good. We got an upgrade core 4 on the Dire side as well. Not necessarily most useful, but like for the few heroes that can actually get their boots upgraded to
Ooh,
level
yeah,
5.
like Nail.
Like Nail really, yeah, he got himself the level 5 Guardian Graves already. We should get the level 5 Guardian Graves on the Rubik as well, if possible. And then once they have that, they don't need to worry about money anymore. Like at that point, they're fine.
They do need to make sure they keep up in hero levels, but
Well,
money-wise,
they're
they
not that
are
far
all set.
behind. Like hero levels,
Yeah,
they're
they've been
actually
doing good hero
arguably
levels.
ahead. Probably not ahead, but yeah.
Yeah, like I think they have more total levels, but the fact that the 2 cores on the Radiant team are a bit higher level than the 2 cores in the Dire, I think makes this end up being behind.
Well, we've got the Terrorblight being killed right here. It's looking pretty tanky, but it's also looking pretty dead. We've got the double Skadi on the Pangolier, so we'll see probably a Koffefe rather soon. Both teams are mostly playing it safe at this point. They're not really too keen on interacting with each other all that much. And I don't know, I feel like this is working out well for the Radiant. Right, because they actually do have all the resources they need to use these cores properly. So once they have all of their stuff maxed out, they can simply continue to go from there and start forcing fights whenever they want to. There's a tier 2 right here. Nothing too fancy.
So I think OTA has basically, they've done it. They've not gotten stumped. They're still in the game, and it's at tier 5. They're getting tier 5 items. So it's gonna eventually start to come down to maxed out teams trying to win duels against each other, and it's really gonna matter which one of these teams can win more duels against the other.
So one of the core heroes here, I think, is the Lion. Right. The reason why you pick the Lion is for the AOE hex, and once that starts coming online, it's going to be terrifying. He's also going to be able to probably afford a Blink Dagger. If that's what he chooses to go for, currently he has a 4-staff. But I personally am a big fan of upgraded Blink Dagger. Actually, seems he's going for the 4-staff. All right, upgrading the 4-staff. Yeah, but I'm personally a big fan of upgraded Blink Dagger. It's just one of those things that can really go a really long way. But 4-staff with Evelance is the choice here. And yep, he gets a hex on 2 people. Jumbo J taking a lot of damage already. Troll Water blinks forward. Goes in on Devil's Sunrise. Venture Spirit still alive. Oh my god, he just disappears. Milkshake had enough of that nonsense. Venture Spirit eventually ends up dying.
Oh. Yeah, well, Rubik stole the Troll Warlord ultimate during that and gave his team all that fighting power to burst down the enemy team real quick. That was awesome.
Yeah, and the Pangolier gonna go ahead and take down the Rubik. Last hit, but he dies to Nail on the Shadow Fiend. So far it's a 2-on-2.
And all that are left are the supports. I feel like this is one of the few teams where it's almost easier to kill the carries first than the supports.
Oh, I mean, that carry disappeared like it was nothing. Holy hell.
Yeah.
That poor Troll Warlord didn't stand a chance. Gem is on the ground. And they're gonna win both duels. Look at that.
All right, so, as I said a moment ago, this game's going to start to come down to who can win duels. This is going to matter a lot. If Dire starts winning all the duels from now on, they're just going to win the game. Because if you never lose a duel, you can't lose a game.
Yep, that's definitely right. And the Radiant, they pick their team more for the early game, more for the fighting, for the bosses, What the Kindergarten likes to do is get ahead so far that you cannot possibly win a duel. But so far, I know this must be so weird to people that aren't too used to seeing OAA actual value numbers, because I know the Radiant side is 225,000 gold ahead, but they're not actually that far ahead. This is actually still manageable. OTA can definitely make this comeback happen.
And 70k XP ahead.
Well, yeah, it's just they are
OTA does
high
need
values.
to secure these. They need to secure these tier 4s though. They're not quite at the stage where they just have to win duels in order to win. They need to secure the tier 4s. That way they can get fully maxed.
It's totally not worth it what they did right here. Kindergarten coming in again. They wanted to make sure that they get a quick kill on that Shadow Fiend, and they do, but they lose 2 heroes for it. And yes, killing the Shadow Fiend is nice, but this is, again, gonna get OTA closer to being even with you on that scoreboard, right? They're already catching up. And yeah, I know the Rubik died afterwards as well, but that was to a boss. That doesn't count. Only counts in shame. Shadow Fiend now almost level 40, so that a maxed out Shadow Race is almost online. Very important to have that.
Oh yeah.
That's going to give him a lot of extra damage.
Oh yeah, it's a massive, massive jump. It's like a 50% bonus in raw damage, and the stacks nearly double. It's like a 70%.
Well, I mean, just to confirm that the net worth difference isn't big is how much it fluctuates once bosses die. Well, the thing is that every level 4 course, so when you kill a level 4 boss, that's 100,000 net worth to your team. Right? Because every level 4 core is worth 20,000 gold and you get 5 of them. So you can see that just one level 4 boss killed by OTA just gave them 100,000 net worth and caught them up 100,000. So that's why those 225,000 aren't that drastic. Right? It's just you can't catch up very easily. Cores count as a lot. Jumbo J gonna be forced to run away. Blinks out. He's got a very high level blink deck, and he's hiding in the trees. They don't really have any way to get to him.
I think they might have assumed he's already TP'd out. No, he's done.
No, he's
done. No, he got clipped by that. If he was slightly to the right, his Blink Jagger would have actually been off cooldown. And he could have gotten out. Shame. He had 1 second left on it.
Oh my god. Rubik has level 5 mana boots. The Vengeful Spirit has level 4 mana boots. Can we have... I don't know. What do you say? Hallelujah? something. I am excited.
I know they're making the right decisions. They're doing the right things. They're playing this game well. They need to make sure that they close out these tier 4 bosses, though. I feel like they're getting caught up in these fights, and they need to be spending more time bossing. Or maybe it's just that Kindergarten's being more aggressive now and forcing these fights.
Oh yeah, they're definitely forcing more fights. Like they don't want, so they see what's happening, right? They see that okay, the gap is closing. OTA is catching up, and they're still ahead.
We're still stronger right now.
So they want to go ahead and try and force the final duel as soon as possible, and then just try to win that final duel, end the game before there's anything crazy that can happen.
The Temple Guardians are bullying Perso.
Yeah, the Temple Guardians are just a bunch of memes.
Like 5 times in a row.
Nobody likes the Temple Guardians. Although they are very involved as well. They definitely want to be part of this.
Amazing what you find laying around.
Well, Troll Warlord got himself well, what is he buying here?
Trolls build? What's he going for?
Well, he's sitting at Azazel. He's running a little bit low on money as well.
Sometimes, yeah, he's too low on money to basically do anything. He needs to, like, he can't actually buy anything from the shop. But sometimes I've seen some tournament teams actually set up walls on the center high ground, not around the base, but the center high ground. So they cut off that stairwell and that stairwell, facing the enemy team, just to make moving around the map harder for the enemy team. Because in boss phase, moving around the map matters a lot, and getting back to your well matters. If you pick a fight, you can't win.
He's probably talking shit. Serious turn with no lower bracket. Well, that takes a lot of time. Adding a loser's bracket would about double the time it takes to run the tournament. That's gonna be a watchtower.
Defense tower, actually.
No, that's actually a watchtower. Oh no, that's a defense tower. Yeah, no. He also got himself a watchtower though.
Tower.
They actually bought themselves a defense tower. Will you look at that? I wonder what level this is. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It does 410 damage.
As a level 3 tower. Oh, 410 is not crazy, but it's definitely not bad. Especially since they have a rather decent attack rate. And they're practically unkillable. Rubik is gonna be fine. It's a 5-on-5.
Ooh, so this will be pretty indicative of how a final duel would go at this phase in the game.
Seraphine just charges in, drops an ultimate, wants that damage reduction, wants to just kind of spread it out a little bit. He's got a low cooldown because of his cooldown reduction talent as well. Scabo gonna be caught in the corner here. He's fighting it out with Nail. But Nail just doesn't have it. He's gonna be forced to back away from the Zeus, but there's the Nimbus. The Hex, in the meantime, in the mid lane, middle of this arena, Perso is just kind of like brawling it out with everybody. Ooh. And the Radiant takes it.
And on the side of that fight, the Weaver got chain hexed and lion queued, eventually bursted down. He was putting out some good damage, but they just caught him out and killed him.
That's what Lion is all about. You know, just disable people for days. Especially great thing about Hex is the instant cast point. You know, it doesn't have any delay. It's just there, stun, nothing.
Do you see this watchtower? It is an insanely aggressive watchtower.
Oh yeah, it does have a lot of HP though, so gonna have to work hard to kill it. And you can.
And it's also a bait.
Yeah, you know, like that's the thing. You want to go over there, you want to try to kill it. You're gonna be attacked, and that's exactly what the Radiant wants right now. They just want to fight.
Yeah, their team's done taking bosses now. They just want to keep fighting with the current power level because they currently win these fights. Dire team needs to get more bosses so that they can catch up with that power level and start taking some of these fights themselves.
Natural Spirit's still taking a lot of damage. You're going to be able to walk out of that Nimbus Cloud. Pangalia brawls it out with the Black Dragon. Gets himself a little bit of extra cash. He picks up the Blade of Judeka at this point. Like Refresh Online, Double Hex is just so good. Oh, it is very good, but you just gotta find space for it. He went for a Bubble Orb instead. Everybody's favorite item.
Love Bubble Orb. Who got the Bubble Orb?
And more Watchtowers. The Lion got a Bubble Orb. And just bought himself 2 more Watchtowers.
Yes, he did. Wow, this Lion.
Look at this. Look at this super aggressive watchtower right next to the high ground. Like, that is insanely aggressive.
They are being so aggressive with this vision now. So they're just locking them into the base with vision.
Yeah.
This is somehow so much more effective than walls.
They are putting these everywhere. Look at them. They're like
You
two
can see the
right
other one
next to each
spawning
other.
near the bottom right.
Are they putting down another one?
Yeah, down past the capture point even. Down by the shrine. Corner creep shrine.
Oh yeah, there it is. Holy hell. And that's a tier
Right?
4.
This is so aggressive.
Yeah, they are done farming. No,
I bet this defense tower was a misclick when they purchased it, and then they just placed it there because they didn't care, and it would just keep killing the medium camp for fun.
yeah, probably. Like, I don't imagine they wanted a defense tower, but hey, I mean, it's a little bit of extra fun.
Is Radiant going to try to stop this cap?
No, it's always hard to go into the base, you know, you don't really want to do it.
Oh,
they're coming in.
They did stop it. Wow, look at that. They wait till the very last second. You think you're comfortable?
Yeah, but this is the problem. You know,
They
they're
can't
starting
fight
to
it
take
now.
so much damage here. The offsides
Yeah.
penalty is setting in. They just won't be able to do it. They're coming back in, though. They're just poking. Like, they're just using this. Look at this. They're using this to get the Dire to go to this capture point so they can kill them for points. Alright. Well, it's going to be Nail next in line. He takes a lot of damage. Goes down to Perso yet again.
Perso does so much damage.
Jumbo J comes running in with really no idea what the hell he is doing right there. And that's 100th kill right there. Final duel starting. Capture point is still standing. Well, they're gonna take it now, it seems. Are they? Yeah, they're gonna take. Oh, well, never mind. That capture point might go on catch up for the rest of the game. Nail dashes forward, instantly stunned up and dead. Not a great start to this. Milkshake trying to somehow make up for it. He has the BKB active. But the invisibility, there's too much defense on the Radiant side. Perzo takes him down, Rampage on the Pangolier, and that's game.
That's game. Look at that sweet, sweet MMR. When a 1600 player gets 6 MMR, you know it's a real game.
That was a real game. So I think in the end, like I really feel like OTA played that well. Right?
OTA played that incredibly well, I think. I think at some point Kindergarten realized what was happening and realized they stood a serious chance of losing, and they completely switched their playstyle and it worked perfectly, and OTA didn't stand a chance after they made that switch. But leading up to that switch, that was anyone's game for a while, I really think.
The major problem I saw with OTA's playstyle is they just were too dependent on their TP boots. Okay, the announcer's kind of freaking out. But they spend too much time like insisting on their TP boots, while if you're behind early, buy mana boots. Yes, they are strictly speaking less efficient, but they are guaranteed, and that's what you need when you're behind. You need a guarantee for money so you can spend more time on other stuff. So I really feel like if they had gotten for mana boots earlier, they might have taken this. Like this was well played by them. Just a little bit of like change up, a little bit of optimization. They're not far away from being able to win these games.
Like if they were to play that whole same game the same way they played it, but had passive GPM boots ticking the whole time instead of relying on the farm boots, they would have been able to afford to do stuff with those cores, and those fights might have started going differently. And by the end, they may have been able to contest more tier 5 bosses, which is really in the end what lost them, is that they couldn't contest the tier 5s anymore and just didn't have as many tier 5 items.
I actually agree with Pada. He said they lost because he didn't have Dota Plus. So that's really the problem.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the issue. All right. Well, this was a cast for OAA. Come watch the tournament. And thank you for watching, I guess. Goodbye.